we are on our way. The car is packed, jam-packed. If there was anything else, it wouldn't be fitting in. Just managed to fit ourselves in. Like you've got no passengers. So, to that Christmas song, making a list, checking it twice. Well, I've got 3 lists and I have checked them so many times. Checking them as I packed them, checking them as they went by the front door, checking them as I went into the car to make sure I just didn't miss anything. I literally could recite those lists with my eyes closed, absolutely. But that's okay because I don't want to, you know, don't want to forget anything. It's a long way to go to then think, oh, I forgot that. Yeah, so that's it, guys. We are on the M4. We're on our way to Dover. Many stops along the way. We're going to stop and get food at some point because the food I've got packed is for the actual next 2 days. So they are in a chiller box, all sealed up. So fingers crossed they will be fine. Yeah, it'll be okay. It'll be good. We've done it before. We've not died yet. Food poison or anything. But yeah, that's it. So I'm going to chill out because it has been a mad 2 days of packing, and I'm just gonna chill, take a deep breath and enjoy the journey. So we are at KFC. That's what I decided. I did think chow, but you know what, for the same price, more or less, they didn't actually look that big. I'm quite hungry, so let me show you where I go. I have not had a KFC in such a long time. Oh, I nearly lost one of my popcorn. Do you know what I love about KFC more than anything is the actual gravy. Oh, that is so nice. Quite that's spicy actually. There's loads of pepper in it. So nice. And no, I've never seen those before. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna eat this and I will see you later. Right guys, we are now at the hotel. It is 9 o'clock and we've just got into Dover. So we looked at the queues that were currently there for this evening's crossings and it looks pretty normal. So fingers crossed the chaos that was at the port last weekend isn't due for us tomorrow morning. But we got a very early crossing, so we're hoping that it's going to be quite normal. So yes, so we're going to be up at 5:30 in the morning because our crossing is early, I think the first one. So yes, so we are in a Premier Inn. So I'll flip you around so you can have a quick look at the room. So yeah, standard Premier Inn, but you know what? I'm sat in the bed, it's dead comfy, and yeah, so I'm gonna have just some water, probably watch a bit of YouTube, and try and get an early night because, like I said, it's gonna be an early start. So tomorrow we're in France. See you in the morning. Good morning guys, day 2. We are currently in Dover Dock waiting for the ferry. Got my cup of coffee. See, I knew that camping stove come in handy. Yeah, so we're up early this morning. hoping there wasn't going to be any queues, and we came straight in. There was like nothing, no queues whatsoever, so that's all good. So yeah, I'm drinking my coffee, and then we might have a wander over to the like shop kind of thing, see if they've got any pastries or something, because it's a little while before we even board, let alone get onto the ferry for breakfast. So let me show you where we're going today. So we're going to start at Calais. We're going to come down from Calais down to Arras, and then we're going to keep on coming down to St. Quentin, down to Lyon, then Reims, around Reims, and then we're going to come down to Chalon-on-Champagne. Yes, that is the Champagne region. And then we're going to come down to Val-Douche, which is where the hotel is, and that's where we're going to stop tonight. That is our plan for today. But the good thing is we are going to be arriving in Val-Douche quite early, so we get to have a look around the town, because the last time we came, we drove through town and it was so pretty. Yeah, so I'm going to get a chance to explore a bit today and take you along with me. So yeah, so I'm going to have a wander off and see if I can find a pastry, something to get the day going, and I will see you a little bit later. So yeah, we're on board now. Got really nice seats, got breakfast, I'll show you that quickly. Yeah, so I've got a really nice window view, looking out to the sea, having breakfast. Can't fault it, absolutely can't fault it. So I will see you when we'll have a look around the shops. We are now out to the port, so we are very much in France. So we're on probably the longest stretch of almost nothing. This is the long stretch to Reims. It's about 2.5 hours, I think. I think we're about 3.5 hours or 4 hours to the hotel. 4 hours, where's we saying 4 hours? 4 hours to the hotel. But of course we stop for lunch as well. Let me turn you around and show you how much nothingness we got at the moment. Don't get me wrong, there are bits that we pass, because of course this is the main stretch out of France, and I think it's called Route Anglaise. Is it Route Anglaise? I think it's called Route Anglaise. So basically the only people that end up on this are the ones that are actually going for the ferry. So there's not much happening. So if I flip you around quickly. So it is very much motorway and trees. Yes, you do get to see a little bit of landscape along the way, but yeah. Anyway, nice to say that actually our ferry journey was really uneventful. We had no queues the one side, we went straight through, straight on. There was nothing coming out as well, and I gotta say, this is the first year we've crossed with Irish ferries, because we normally do P&O, but there was all that issue with P&O. So yeah, so we crossed with Irish ferries, and I've got to say it was a really good experience. I was really quite happy, and it looks like they've updated the boats as well, because it was, you know, it was really nice, really well done out. And breakfast was probably a bit too big for this time in the morning, but it was still nice. Everything was included, which when you go with something like P&O, they don't. They like to charge you for the breakfast, then the toast, then the sauces, then the tea and coffee. But no, this was all included. A little bit more, but I still think it probably worked out slightly cheaper than the P&O would have done if you'd done them all separately. But yeah, so all good. Yeah, we've got a bit of a stretch. If I see anything interesting on this little stretch of the journey, I will obviously record it for you, and you will be seeing it next. But if not, I'll see you when we stop. We are a good few hours later, and we've decided to come off the motorway and go a bit of an old way that we used to go many years ago, because we have tried stopping at all the sort of picnic areas at the side of the motorway where they got toilets and everything, but we've gone there. One, they've been jam-packed, so looking for somewhere to stop for lunch has been difficult. Plus as well, it's currently 28 degrees outside, and any picnic tables they do have are in full sun. So we're still not too hungry after our breakfast this morning, so we've come off, and we're gonna see if we can find somewhere a bit quieter, in a bit more shade. And if not, we're not actually that far away really from the hotel, so we may just carry on driving until we get to the hotel and just have food then. Yeah, so if there's anything interesting to show you on the way, I shall insert that footage now. Yeah, otherwise I'll see you when we do get to have lunch. At the hotel, and needless to say, we hadn't stopped for lunch, so we're eating it now. Thankfully it's only salad, because otherwise we definitely wouldn't want to eat food later. And to be honest with you, one of the good things about staying where we stay is, I don't know if you can see it, is just there, it's the Buffalo Grill, and they do the nicest burgers, so it's got to be done. So salad, I don't think I'm going to be eating the bread because I don't want to ruin that for a bit later. So let me show you what I've got. So I've got chicken in here, I've got my salad, I've got my chicken, my eggs, tomatoes, beetroot, I got some Caesar dressing, got some cheese for after to go with bread, maybe tomorrow now. I've got a Bon Mom, what are they called? Creme caramel. Couldn't think what you call them. Yeah, so that's it. So we're going to tuck into this, finish taking up whatever we need to the room, and then hopefully a bit later, if we can manage to drag ourselves out, we're going to go explore the town. But we will see. Good evening, guys. Despite being absolutely exhausted, and I nearly fell asleep on the bed, we've decided to venture out into the town. Now, we've driven through here once before, and I said one year we will have to stay and have a look, and that's what we're doing today, even though it's much later than we anticipated, because we expected to be there by 3, and then we're not. So it's now 6:15. I don't know. So anyway, I'll turn you around so you can see what the street is like. I mean, lots of nice shops. I mean, some shops not so nice. I think the one end of the street tends to look a little bit better than the rest. But yeah, so I thought I would show you what this little slice of France is like. So we have left that pretty little French street. Architecture was absolutely beautiful. I mean, you know, I couldn't imagine shopping anywhere near me with buildings like that. Oxford is like that as well, mind. But street was beautiful, so nice. But we did leave it a bit late. I think our little excursion, our little deviation this afternoon cost us on that little bit of a trip, because by the time we got there, with the exception of a couple of bars, everything was closed. more or less, or was just about to close up. But I think as well it's a bit of a national holiday in France as well, so you could see some banners and stuff like that. So I think there's a lot of things closed for that holiday as well, which is something that I didn't take into account. But still, I had a bit of a wander around, and it was nice to actually get out and just do a bit of walking, because we have been sat in the car for 24 hours at this point, really, other than when we stopped and slept. Yeah. Now, as for food tonight, I think as well the breakfast we had on the ferry really knocked our day out, because it was so large. We didn't feel like eating until we got here, which was 4 o'clock. So then we ate, and even though it wasn't anything particularly big, we're now at nearly 7 and we're not even hungry. So I'm thinking I may end up having to skip my buffalo grill. But do you know what? When we're on our way back, we'll definitely be stopping then and having it then. So I think we just got some fruit and stuff in the boot, and I think we just got to do that. A cup of coffee, some fruit, and I think that'll be it. Because I think as well we're really tired. And you know what it's like when you're tired, you just can't face it. So I think that's where we're at. So I think it's going to be a bit of fruit, cup of coffee, early night, because we are both absolutely exhausted, because we didn't sleep particularly well last night. The room was quite hot, and the pillows were like 20 feet thick, and I'm a stomach sleeper, so not good. So we're both quite tired. So I think that is probably it for day 2. So I will pick you back up in the morning for day 3, which is, to my mind, my favourite day. Not just because we get there, but the journey is far more interesting, because we're going to be going through the rest of France, through Switzerland, into Italy. So yeah, it's really, really interesting. So in the morning, I will show you what the next part of our route looks like. But for today, good night, guys. Good morning, lovely people. Welcome to day 3 of our journey. Hope you enjoyed the sunrise through France. So today I will show you on a map when I get to our first stop, which will be breakfast. Not quite sure what time that's going to be yet. And I'll show you our actual route today. But for me, this is the most interesting day of the travel, because we go through the rest of France, into Switzerland, and through into Italy, and we go through some really beautiful places. So I'll take you with me so you can see the landscape change, because it does. It is so, it's so nice. Just love it. Just love the journey. Yeah. So, like I said, don't know what time we're going to stop yet, but when we do, I will go over our journey with you today. Just stopped for breakfast. I have got my oats, yogurt, nuts, maple syrup, yum yum, spondagen, coffee, and we've just been into the services, and I've got an apple kind of Danish pastry kind of thing, yum yum yum, because I was starving. I was walking up about 11 o'clock-ish last night, and I could smell the food coming from the restaurant across the way. And of course, I wasn't hungry, so that's why we didn't eat. And then all of a sudden, I was starving. So it's now 7:45, and we're stopping for breakfast, and I'm really looking forward to this, without a doubt. Anyway, I'm gonna eat this, and I don't know what's gonna happen next.
Enchanté.
So we are just about to leave France. We're going to be coming up on the Swiss border quite soon, which if I can keep my camera on I will, but you know how border patrol could be. Yeah, so we've left France behind. The one stop that we did make was to a bakery. I pass this bakery every single year, and I always say, one year I'm going to stop at that bakery. So as we were coming up to it, I was like, oh, there's that bakery. And he said, do you want to stop? And I was like, ah, and he went, right, we're stopping. I just pulled over. Oh my word, what a bakery. Just as well I don't live in that town. It had things I'd never seen before, loaves I'd never seen before. It had stuffed pretzels. Oh, guys. It wasn't the fact lunch was already packed, but I did get a little pastry that we can, a little tart thing that we can share. Why not? Why not? So guys, we are now in Switzerland, so welcome to Switzerland. We have left France behind. So you would have just seen us at the border control where we paid for a Swiss tax. It's a bit like a toll charge. So when you go through France, you have to pay tolls for the motorways. So in Switzerland, you pay it up front, just one charge, and then you can go use all the motorways. Yeah, so I will now take you through the network of tunnels that are going through Basel, which is the capital of Switzerland. So cue the time lapse. Silhouette there, that is the first sign of the Swiss-Italian Alps. So we have just stopped for lunch. No picnic tables anywhere at the moment. I don't know what's going on, whether they got rid of load of them with COVID, I don't know, but hardly anything. Let me show you what I bought from the bakery though. I've got this tart, which I'm sure I'll have to share with my husband, and I got this proper French baguette. So next year I am definitely stopping there to get food because it was absolutely amazing. So like I said, no picnic benches, so I think what we're going to do is construct our salad and then eat it in the car because, you know, normally I take the tablecloth out, everything gets put out, like we did when we go back to the hotel, but normally we do that on the way, but there's like nothing and there's no shade anyway, and it is already something like 28 degrees. So hot in Switzerland right now. But yeah, so we stopped for lunch, and I'll insert a little clip of what it is that we've got. Not too dissimilar from yesterday. Good afternoon, guys. It is 3:30 here, and we're on our final little bit of leaving Switzerland behind. We've got a couple of miles left till we cross the Italian border, which is so exciting. So the part of Italy we come in through is Como, Lake Como, and yeah, that's where the border is. So we're on our final leg, not much left. Woohoo! Yeah, in fact 6 kilometers to the border, so we're nearly there. So I'm gonna switch you over to the dash cam, so you'll see us go through the border, and I will see you on the other side. Benvenuto in Italia. Welcome to Italy, guys. We have just crossed through the border and we are on our way to Milan. So yes, we're on our final leg. Not much left at all. So what I think I will do is, because we're going to stop at the supermarket on the way, so I think what I'll do is I will leave you with a little montage of our final clips of our trip through Italy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.